Can I go? Hello, welcome back to The Thing. This is Jessica Gray, and I'm here with
Megan McCaffrey.
All right, and we're going to be commentating an incredible women's match, Rainbow Thunder versus Hyper. Both Canadian teams, one out of Manitoba, which would be Rainbow Thunder, and the other out of BC.
And they've both been looking incredible today.
Yes, I have so many fun facts written down about these two teams that I just cannot wait to showcase. On the court currently are 3 World's MVPs. You've got Cynthia Lee, who won Women's World's MVP in 2024. Rielle Leaf, who won Mixed MVP in 2024. And JC Morris, who won Mixed MVP in 2022. So this is going to be an incredibly intense, stacked game with so much talent.
And all 3 of those ladies, probably the hardest throws you're going to see at this tournament today.
Yes, 100%. They can all whip it. Pay special attention, of course, to JC Morris, number 3 on Rainbow Thunder, and her incredible windmill.
We've got Burden on Rainbow Thunder. They're going to be coming up to the line here with 4 balls. Just a little bit of a scramble to get a call going. A little bit of a ring around the rosy to shuffle players.
Oh, and we get a hit off of Rielle.
Great accountability on that call.
You'll see Rainbow Thunder has a new addition to their roster this year, and that is number 1. Sydney Somerville is joining them from Ontario and will be representing Rainbow at Canadian clubs coming up at the end of April.
Burden's back on Rainbow Thunder. We've got Captain Amanda First in the center with a call. And some beautiful fakes there coming off of Sydney Somerville, really drawing attention there from the Hyper players across.
Yes, they have an incredible fake and are very good at applying pressure and making their opponents feel uncomfortable being anywhere near their throw. Cynthia tries to let off a little whip, snaps it a little too much, and it gets into the ground.
Burden on Rainbow again. I had to assume that's where the call was coming from. Sydney going up with 2 balls.
And
nice
that
little
would
exchange.
Be Janice or Sotu. So number 5 has actually represented Hong Kong. I don't know for the exact number of years, but I know for a fact in 2024 and 2022. I traded jerseys with her in 2022, and I still have it and love it so much.
You fit a Hong Kong jersey, so that is an accomplishment in itself. Those fit small.
Yeah.
All right, and it's down to Captain First. Let's see what she can do here.
Wow. She
Beautiful.
blocks the first 2 and snags the third.
With 2 balls in hand, too.
That was quite impressive, and on Cynthia Lee, so definitely not an easy catch in any way.
Taper just tags out field there, and we're down to Charmaine.
And the 2 former Team Canada mixed coaches close out that point for their team. We got quite the cheering squad on their side. I don't know if you could hear that on the screen. Wow, that was quite a turn of events. A 3v1 was able to turn it. Really impressive by Amanda First.
And both of these teams have seen just huge swings, I've noticed.
Oh, yeah.
They'll come back from, 2, 3 players down and take the win. Those catches really help.
I was going to say, don't say it. Don't say the catches win matches thing. I mean, in this particular case, yes, but fundamentally, so do hits, dodges, and throws. And Janice out the middle tries to take a cross on Karen Vanderdyke, number 10 on Rainbow.
If you listen close, you can hear them do their patented Thunder cheer.
Yeah.
So you'll hear some teams count down 3-2. Some teams do it silently. Rainbow Thunder, you always know exactly which court they're on.
Yeah, they're doing their big rainbow.
And you'll notice Amanda First often makes the calls from off the court as well. So you might see the team kind of look over to her, always communicating. It's going to be on Hyper for the return there. Call coming off of Molly.
And you see another patented Rainbow Thunder move, which is where they put the balls in the 2 and 5 position, which they're doing right now.
Often used to protect their big arms.
Yes.
And sometimes it
doesn't
backfires.
work out, and it results in a double. That is unfortunate. I get the strategy, but sometimes it just doesn't work out in your favor.
Well, and they've got some newer players joining them this year too, so you have to kind of adapt to that.
Yeah, Riel gets a lovely throw off, takes out, I think it's Judy Song, who is wearing a Morris jersey number 3, but is joining them out of BC, I believe.
I believe that is correct. Return's going to be on Hyper. They've got 2 capable wings here. Oh, and a pre-throw
from Taylor. Unfortunately, gets Molly in the face. Looks like she's taking a minute on the sideline. I hope she's okay. Face shots are never fun, usually never intentional. Looks like
a little bit of cramping going on for Riel. This has been a very long day for these players.
Yes, it is a very long day with 8 round robin games each, with a lot of reffing. Yeah, it's a long day, so everybody's body's showing different signs of fatigue.
And unfortunately, I think Rainbow Thunder can kind of guess where the throw is going to come from right now, so that might work in their favor.
And Hyper has 5 balls, but they might need to take an injury sub.
Yeah, I think so.
It doesn't look like Riel's doing well.
Rules here would dictate that Riel is out for the remainder of the match, I believe, if she does take a sub.
And I believe the sub would be the first player in the queue, in the out queue. Almost as if you were like caught back in, but instead, that's very unfortunate if she's out for the rest of the match. That's a huge loss.
That is a big loss.
I know that pain all too well. I will sometimes throw a little too much snap and my thumb will lock into place, which is kind of what it looks like is happening to her. She's trying to stretch it out on the side. No. No.
Oh, wow. Nice little cross court. Taylor Ewell doing some damage for sure on the court.
As expected from a 2-time world gold medalist representing the mixed foam program. All right, let's see if Charmaine Garcia can do some damage.
She's placing the balls off body, which is very smart with both of these players. They're incredible catches.
And she tries to take a cross court at Taylor. Gets a little bit of a try. She's now got 4 balls. She does the 3-ball thing. What are your thoughts on the 3-ball move?
Nothing makes me want to throw at you more than going up to the line with 3 balls.
I know.
Some people can manage not to drop one.
I understand the strategy. You know, you get a nice transition. I find personally it's harder to let off a good throw when I have another ball in hand. It's just, I feel like it throws off my balance.
Yeah, I'm with you there. You get some torque out of your trunk, right? So when you have to hold a ball.
Yeah.
And Charmaine tagged out there. Yeah, when you have to take a ball, it can kind of throw your whole form out the window a little bit. But
yeah, I feel like it throws off counterbalance so much. But some people really are all arm and they can just snap with with just their arm and don't really need to worry about what else is going on. So
I prefer a well-trained shaker with my additional balls.
Yes, very much. I like the clarification of well-trained. How do you train them? You're going to try out the rush. All right, so it does look like Riel is going to be staying out. Oh. Still got a lot more tournament to go, so I'm hopeful that maybe she can work on that arm, get it figured out, take a banana and some electrolytes and recover. Oh.
Alyssa Wright taking a shot on first. Or
again,
maybe it was
doing the... it might have been trying to go there. Again, the 2-5, protecting their corners at all costs. Oh, my goodness.
Nice hits.
Taylor Ewell's arm is on fire today.
Throw her on our VCU player of the match.
Yeah,
bracket,
everybody,
please.
Get your votes in for that. Ooh.
Oh,
wow. Sydney took that personally. Took that counter personally.
Destructive hit from Cynthia.
Yeah. And that leaves Rainbow with 1 ball. Let's see how Hyper decides to play this out. Oh, they throw 3 balls, and it looks like it's 3 different targets. Unfortunately, no hits in that exchange.
Rainbow Thunder coming back up to the line. Oh, they opted for a single ball. Oh, no, there was a second follow. Well placed, both of those.
Yeah, that's a good target. That would have been my target too. Cynthia is deadly out there.
Yeah, you want to get some of these arms off the court, especially if they don't have Riel. Oh, catch with the face.
Wonderful catch from Sid Somerville. That is very typical of them. And I would also like to say that I love their rainbow hair. Very on theme.
Yes.
Ooh. Double hits. I think Janice was going for that catch. I guess it's a good chance. And we got Charmaine Garcia back on the court alone again, facing 5 Rainbow Thunder players, but she gets a hit.
Sydney looking for the catch, although Sid is one of those players that is not afraid to throw that last ball if the exchange is there. You cannot take it for granted. Oh, beautifully placed shots by both of them. Taylor's kill-to-death ratio is looking great this game.
Really good so far. And that leaves the score 3-0, I believe, for Rainbow with less than a minute to play.
In this half? Yep.
In this half, yeah.
Piper's having a little bit of a conversation, trying to revamp their strategy a little bit. They were talking earlier about having various play modes sort of in their arsenal and it being nice not to have to whip them all out during round robin.
Yeah.
But that might change right here.
And both teams opt to go defensive on the rush. Good decision by Hyper, maybe a little bit of a reserved decision by Thunder, but they end up taking out with their offense anyways, and it's back on them to throw.
60 seconds remaining.
We've got 60 seconds in this half. Lots of posturing up at the line there between Wright and Somerville, but no throws.
I'm sure Hyper is going to be pushing to get a point on the board before half. Just to have something, you know, going into the second half always feels mentally better.
Oh, you need the momentum. You want to get on the board. Oh,
wow.
Nice recovery from Sid.
Sid just turned their whole body for the cross and was ready for the catch anyways. That's very impressive.
A face catch is not a skill in my repertoire. And, I am envious. Nice little cross on Molly there.
Big pressure. There's a ball stuck in no man's land, but it will be on Hyper to throw. And Cynthia manages to get that ball before unleashing a rocket. Attempting to go for JC Morris.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Sydney's been looking for that shot all points. Out the middle.
And they get 2, I believe that should be a hit. Yeah, they are calling that hit on JC. Cynthia was able to get that off right before. I mean, I do believe in the rule book that we're using, which is 2024 Worlds. The balls are dead on the whistle, but I do think the hit was technically before the whistle. So it seems to be what the refs called as well. Ooh.
Amanda eyeing up Sin, but yeah, I would not be convinced on that. We gotta throw some fakes in a little harder at the line. It's so difficult when you're playing no block to fully commit to those fakes. Beautiful shot by Karen.
Oh, okay, and I wasn't sure if Amanda was lost in that exchange, but not. We've got a 2v1. No blocking.
No blocking. Yeah.
Ooh, unfortunately, a little bit of a rookie move there from Karen.
So we've got Amanda First and Steph Fields here.
Both really well-known catchers. This is going to be interesting. I love watching people's strategy playing no blocking. A lot of people like to kind of go for broke. Posture without balls.
Amanda's just asking for that shot. She is a catcher.
Unfortunately for Hyper, there were 2 balls stuck in no man's land over there. Would have been nice to have them in hand. Even if you do like going for catches, it's always good to have something to threaten.
All right, and don't forget to vote for your VCU Player of the Match, Hyper versus Rainbow Thunder. That'll be coming up on the screen some point here in your second half.
I like the graphics. That's actually the first time I've seen them. Of course, I'm here. I haven't been looking at the screen yet, but I like it.
And who do you think is impressing you on the Hyper side today?
On the Hyper side, I would, of course, I'm biased towards Cynthia. I think that she's been doing a lot of damage on her throws. And Charmaine Garcia has been holding down the fort for her team. And then on the Rainbow Thunder side, who do you think?
I gotta give it to Tay-Tay a little bit today. Taylor's been crushing it.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
You go, Tay-Tay.
And then Sid's had some really good moments as well. It might just be that Sid happens to be placed right in front of me for most of that first half. But.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, you can't deny those two pretty much point-blank face catches were very impressive, to say the least. All right, it is 4-0 going into the second half. Hyper has 12 minutes, 9 minutes now, because it's running clock to try to fight back. They're clearly pushing the pace a little as they gave them 5 balls. They went a little heavy off that opening rush.
It's really difficult to balance. You know, the need to speed things up, but also the awareness that your team across from you they're going to take advantage every time you give them ball advantage, right? They're going to run down that clock and use their full 10.
Yeah, running out of time is my least favorite thing on dodgeball court when you are just trying to push and you just get so close but can't seem to bring it out and the time is against you.
Oh, beautiful shots.
Wow, what a catch. They get some big hits on number 77 in the middle, and Alyssa Wright unfortunately gets caught out on a big pop-up.
Got a Calgary local, Gia Lamb, coming up to the line wearing 00 Leaf. Recently back.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so fun.
Nice shot from Vivian. Oh, that is a dangerous place to place that shot on Taylor, but you also can't let her get too confident, right?
Yeah, Cynthia takes a very honest shot off the top of her head. I couldn't even see it, and I am standing right here, so I appreciate the honesty.
Nice slide into a block there.
Oh, we've got some sun on the court. I wonder if that'll impede anybody's vision. Oh. See them trying to push and take a little bit more backline counters, but they're up 5 players versus 3, and we got a hit.
Attempt at a block, just goes up the arm, looks like. It's down to the last 2 on Hyper. Nothing but smiles, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, everybody's just happy to be here. Or at least I am.
Rainbow Thunder with the return.
Oh, wow.
And a really nice draw of attention. I don't know that I'd quite call it a setup, but they had their 2 left players kind of draw attention, and then Karen just took that dirty cross. Love that.
The range on that throw was very impressive. Pretty much a full cross court. Those are my favorite throws.
It's been interesting seeing some of these matchups because it really is a game of rock, paper, scissors. Like, you have very capable teams that are losing to maybe lesser known teams coming out of, you know, some of our wild card spots even for this tournament.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been very unpredictable, I have to say.
Yeah, and I've been enjoying, I think, depending on where you're coming from, it's a little bit of a far trip, so some of the rosters had to take a little bit of extra players, and I've been finding it really interesting to see how players like Vivian Moscovian, who's coming up to the line right now. I believe she plays out of the States.
Oh, speaking of which, great hit.
Yeah, it's interesting to see her fit into Manitoba's play style, and I think she's doing a great job.
We were talking about the depth of their play calls, and that playbook is deep for Rainbow Thunder. So I do not envy any subs that have to kind of learn that strategy on the fly.
Yeah, I wouldn't envy that either, but
I mean, yeah.
Now,
the shots
I would have
always
taken
want to
that
take.
all day.
Yep.
Yeah, that is so interesting. So Riel is back in, so I'm not sure exactly how that works, but Riel is back in the game, which has clearly made a little bit of a difference for
back in with a
Hyper.
vengeance.
Yes,
Yeah,
very much so.
Have to get our rule committee there to confirm that.
Yeah.
And with that, Hyper is on the board. Still got a little bit of time to claw it back. Not much, 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I'm sure it feels good to have that point on the board. And point differential does matter when they go into the standings before playoffs.
It does. Play call coming out of Riel Leaf in the middle there. She tends to make the play calls even if there isn't a ball in hand. Keeps it consistent, keeps it predictable.
Yeah, we've got votes up for our player of the match. On Hyper, we have number 6, Charmaine Garcia. and number 37, Cynthia Lee. Those are the two people I said, so I think you guys were listening. And then on Rainbow, we have number 1, Sydney Somerville, and number 25, Taylor Ewell. So make sure you get your votes in. I know they've got a prize for the tournament MVP at the end. Ooh. Nice windmill attempt out of JC.
Piper coming up to the line. Oh, an unlucky leg catch. Sorry, she planned it. She planned it.
Yes, not luck, all skill. All skill.
We practice those often.
Yes. It's the only reason I do squats. Oh my goodness. Riel's cross shot onto Karen's foot.
Glorious. Burden's on Hyper. Nice little fake coming off Riel.
Yeah, Molly takes a throw. Molly has a really interesting sidearm. I'm a big fan of it.
Oh.
I think Riel saw her coming and thought, I'm going to take you down with me, but they both just barely missed each other there.
Both shooting daggers for that. Oh, nice little setup.
Oh.
Beautiful toe shot. Nice. Like, just the ability to take advantage of these opportunities that are being presented has been really good. It's not forced chaos. It's really patient chaos.
Yeah, very strategic. Ooh.
Good attempt from Riel on the cross there. Pretty dangerous when you're locked up against JC and Jamie there too.
Yeah. She almost like pre-dodged as she released. She was just ready to go.
I thought she might take another not paying attention shot there on Amanda.
All right, they got 3 minutes. I know they're probably just pushing to finish strong at this point.
And these two have played together for a long, long time.
Yes, and they were teammates this past year on the world stage as well, which is always fun. Ooh, you can see Riel kind of went for the same strategy. She was looking for the cross on Sid and to either dodge or catch JC, but JC might have seen it coming.
And they opt to throw one. Okay, and the trail, yeah.
And the trail, yeah. I think
just
I
a little late putting the hand up.
barely hear that skim her leg. We've got 2 minutes left with a score of 6-1.
Get your votes in for the VC Dodgeball Player of the Match. Everyone's got some votes here. We're looking pretty close between Somerville and Ewell. A nice shot from Steph
Really
Fields.
nice take off the rush. They go for Cynthia.
Yeah.
They really have not been letting Cynthia play. They've been doing a lot of
smart
two-ball throws on her.
Yeah.
Definitely smart.
So I expect Molly's going to be throwing this one. She does. Nice little hit. Manages to stay alive. Sometimes just that last-minute momentum into a flail dodge can really save you.
Ooh. It tries to go again for the low sidearm, but just misses, but it'll be back on Hyper to throw. They're up 1 player.
Throw probably coming out of middle there, and it does. It's going to be on Rainbow for the return. 4 balls, as many players.
And 1 minute left on the clock. Alyssa just manages to turn and somehow get missed by both of those balls. I like it. Sometimes you just cower a little and it works.
Or a ball gets stuck in there, even better.
Ooh.
Good attempts. I think we're starting to force opportunities maybe a little bit on the Hyper side, so we're losing some ball control, which is dangerous because Rainbow has been hitting. Nice counter. Beautiful counter.
Molly gets hit up high again. I hope her face is okay. But they do get someone out on that exchange. All right, unfortunately, I didn't even notice that.
I believe that was Alyssa Wright that time.
Ooh.
Oh, free throw.
Taylor on the preemptive.
Nothing but game face off of Taylor Ewell there in the corner.
Nothing but game face for most of this Rainbow roster.
7, 6, 5.
Got 5 seconds to no blocking. Looks for the catch. Makes the catch.
it.
Beauty. Sure.
Ooh, honestly, the timing on those, I like it. I like the hard commit to the last second. All right, let's see. It's going to be 3v2. Let's see if Hyper can put another point on the board on a already quite dominant win by Rainbow Thunder.
Call coming out of middle.
Oh,
Oh,
and they
they
get
opt to
Karen.
throw 3 at Karen.
Karen does take Alyssa out with her.
But that does put Jamie on the wrong side of a 2-1 advantage here. Nice
Against some
rush,
very-
good speed.
Ooh.
Cynthia not afraid to take it, even though, you know, the teammate had already thrown.
She was like, you missed, that's okay, I won't.
Sometimes, you know, that moment's not there and you let it go. Not Cyn.
Nope,
No.
she had that all day. But that was a very entertaining game from 2 very strong women's teams. And again, thank you for having us on the mic. I think this is my last commentary game of the day, but
Sad days. Well, up
No.
next, you're going to have Future versus local superstars Fortune.
yeah.
Stay tuned for that.